So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a big giant Christmas bow. It's very easy. It looks more difficult than it is, and it's pretty quick too. So once you learn how to make these, you're going to have bows all over your house because they're so darn cute, and your presents for either birthday, Christmas, or whatever will look amazing with a big giant bow on them. So what you're going to need is some ribbon, some pipe cleaners, or you can use zip ties, or you can use floral wire, or you don't have to use any of them. You can just use ribbon. And I'll show you the two different ways to do it. And you need a pair of scissors. So the first thing you want to do is pre-measure what you want your hanging down part of your ribbon to be like. So I am going to do about, I don't know, a 4-foot section maybe. I think that's a good size for this width of ribbon. This is a 4-inch wide ribbon. I use a lot of the Costco ribbon that's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches wide. You know, you can use basically any width, but I'm making this for a big garland in the house for Christmas, so I'm going to show you on 4-inch. So the first thing you want to do is, there's two sides to the ribbon. You have the outside, which is on the outside of the spool, and then the inside. Fortunately with this ribbon, they both look the same, but on your ribbon they may not, so just be mindful of that while you're making the ribbon, or the bow. So what you want to do is start your first outside back loop. So you're going to pull your ribbon over like so, and this is going to be half of my bow, and then I'm going to make my other half by looping this side in, just like that. And then I'm going to check and make sure I'm about at the halfway point so that each side is even, and that looks about halfway. So then I'm going to pinch it together, and I'm basically going to do this again. Sometimes your ribbon spool will get kind of wound up, so just kind of unwind it as you go. So I'm going to make another one now. Just working the ribbon so it's about the same length again as the other one, and pinching on the inside. And then again, just folding under or over, it doesn't matter, whatever makes your ribbon look nice, either way is fine. Folding over or under. So currently I have 4, and I like to do 6 loops, so I'm going to go back this way. And loop again. Like that. So you should have 4 to 6 loops on your outside, and at this point you could use a pipe cleaner or a floral wire or a zip tie just to hold things together if it's getting difficult. If not, use your hands. If you're just using ribbon, you can't pull it in yet, so you'll just have to use your hands to hold it. So now we want to start working on our inside, and since my ribbon is on this side, I'm just going to flip everything, and I'm going to make this the front and that the back. It doesn't really matter. So now you want to make your next loop smaller than your other loops. So I think this is a good length. See, I've got these 3, and then this one will be about that long. And then I want to do the same on the other side. So I'm going to loop it under, over or under, it doesn't matter. whatever works for your ribbon, like that. Now I'm going to either, you can use your sash or your tails or whatever you want to call it, and you can loop around and tie this if you want, and you can call it done because it will gather in the middle here. But I like to have just a little loop in the middle as well, so I'm not going to quite tie it yet. I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and cinch it up at least so that it's easier to work with. And you just loop your pipe cleaner all around all those things you were holding and then twist it together in the back as tight as you can, like that. So now everything is kind of being held into place. And then I'm going to take my ribbon from my spool, and I want to do just one last little loop here. So I'd like it to be about that big. So I'm gathering where I want it to be. If you can see here, it's going to go like that, but I'm going to cut it a little longer so that I can loop it with my pipe cleaner. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to fold it in like this. I'm going to grab my pipe cleaner from back, and either forward or backwards, I'm just going to loop it through to hold down that last little loop and then twist again like that. So your bow should be completely assembled now, and wired ribbon is just fantastic because you can just force it to do what you want it to do. Then I'm going to attach my two pieces that will be hanging down. So I'm going to take the end, I'm going to feed it underneath this middle section. And again, if you're just using ribbon for this, just tie it around the middle, and you could even catch this little loop under the middle without the pipe cleaner. It's a little tricky, might take some practice. And then you just tie it in the back in a knot like this, and then you can use this to attach your bow to whatever you're going to be hanging it on or placing it on. And then you'll want to go ahead and trim the edges of the bow. So there's two ways I like to do it. The first way is I just start at the corner and I just kind of go up at an angle like that. So you could finish it off that way. Or the other way is you fold it in half, you start at the corner and cut up at an angle. And then you have a nice little V. So for this one I'm going to do a V, so I'm going to do both of them that way. So just for showing you, I'll cut this straight again. And then up to a V. So that is how you make a big giant bow. Be sure to like and subscribe for more fun crafty stuff. I'll have more Christmassy stuff coming along. It's November right now, so I'm sure I'll be putting more stuff up as it comes up. And hopefully you enjoy your holidays and your gift wrapping, and your house will be full of bows and look fantastic. GoPro, stop recording.